Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the honorable judges and audiences, my name is Ahmad Raihan. I come from Darul Mursyid. In this video, I would like to tell you about the history of Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari. Let's begin, shall we? Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari was born in Gadam on 10th April 1875. Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari is a cleric who founded Nahdlatul Ulama, one of the largest social organizations in Indonesia. He is also the founder of Tabawirul Islamic Boarding School in East Java, and he is known as the educational reformer of the boarding school. Apart from teaching religion in his boarding school, he also teaches his students to read general knowledge books, organize the organization, and give speeches. Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari was married 7 times, and all of his wives were daughters of ulamas. 4 of his wives were Khadijah, Nafisa, Nafiqah, and Masrurah. One of his sons, Wahid Hashim, was one of the formulators of Jakarta Charter, and later became the Minister of Religious Affairs, while his grandson, Abdurrahman Wahid, became the 4th President of Indonesia. Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari was actively involved in participation to liberate the nation from the Dutch colonialists. In 1937, Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari was approached by the leadership of the Dutch government, and they gave him a silver and a gold star as a sign of honor, but he refused it. Then in the evening, he came to students and told them about the incident and analogized it with a similar incident experienced by our Prophet Muhammad SAW, which at that time the Jahiliyyah came to him and offered him 3 things, namely a high-ranking seat in government, abundant possessions, and the prettiest girls. However, our Prophet Muhammad SAW refused it and even said, "By Allah, if they had the power to put the sun on my right hand and the moon on my left hand, with the aim to stopping me from fighting, I would not accept it. Even my life is at stake." Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari ended his speech and advised to his students to always follow and set an example from the action of Prophet Muhammad SAW. During the period of revolution in 1940, Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari experienced the toughest time of his life, where he got detained by the Japanese fascist government. While he detained by the Japanese, he got brutally tortured to the point where one of his fingers became crippled. But it was precisely during that period that he carved a sheet in gold ink on the sheet of struggle, which is called by the Jihad Resolution. He decreed it in Surabaya on 22nd October 1945, which is popularly known as the National Heroes Day. 2 years later, the Japanese imprisoned Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari. The Japanese imprisoned him because they considered a hindrance him to the Japanese movement. After Indonesia gained its independence in 1945, Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari was elected as a general chairman, of the Majelis Syuro Muslimin Indonesia, or short as Masyumi Party Board. He held that position, but he continued to teach in his boarding school until he died on 25 July 1947 due to hypertension after he hearing the Dutch winning a battle of Malang. This is the end of the Kiai Haji Hashim al-Ash'ari history. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for your attention. Happy Independence Day. Merdeka. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.